Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes. You can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's. That forever I'll reign.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray now to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slip. And wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games, and the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space. Our drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be marked down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Pack the 60. Pack the 60. Ready?
Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The Seahawks at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Sliding out of the pocket. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They run it again with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now it's Lockett. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, there's still a little bit of the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. And they'll accept that penalty. The extra point now coming from Myers. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Go, 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 go.
1st down, Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Murray now. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Murray again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Prater's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent. Just
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Zach Ertz has it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Over 20 yards, and so is this one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Fine time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Murray going to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's good. Hey.
Murray now to throw. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Geno now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Second half begins with a run from Penny. That's the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Walker hit and the ball is out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And remember, he put one on the ground last week. So the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble lost.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL. And it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 14. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Arizona. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And hit behind the line. He lost lost the football. It's loose. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 24, Murray. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Prater's kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And here comes Dortch on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Murray now on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
After the interception, here's Smith. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Thomas in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was he?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Okay, call me an admirer right here. How about the touch on that throw?
That was great. I like the timing catches, the short ones, but those rainbows that drop right in the bucket, something pretty about it.
Really is, and let's face it, we always talk about arm strength. We love the guys who can throw it through the car wash and the ball comes out dry. But those guys with touch, as we just saw there, those guys are valuable.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game.
Hey.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This one swung out to Williams. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Simple.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray off play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Green.
Now Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back to Walker on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Come on. Hey.
On second down, it's Walker. Yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, here's Walker. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So the victory here for Seattle. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.